Why do I decide to do things on my lunch break?
Warning, there is a lot of random yapping in this video.
I have not done my hair today. Probably will not do my hair at all today because I'm just going to wash it tonight. But I thought, because I saw this girl on TikTok stack her K-pop albums. Like, I usually have my albums like books on a bookshelf. But this girl had them stacked. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Tell me why I said, on my lunch break, I'm going to do that. Ta-da! I actually have not started. This is what my shelf looks like because I wanted to rearrange my albums and then I gave up halfway through. So it looks like this right now. I bought this one just the other day. So this is the dilemma. This is BTS up here. I don't think you can see it, but BTS is on the very top. This is a mix of like ATEEZ, BTS. There's some 17 in there, P1 Harmony, TXT. It's from other things. This is not even album. Well, there are some albums on here, but anyway. And then this is all Stray Kids, and then down here is just like other groups. So I moved my gerbils because my gerbil cage usually is where I'm standing right now. Um, let's rearrange. Why am I doing that? Let's go ahead and stack our albums. I feel like the first step of anything is taking all of the albums off the shelf, and this is where I get into problems. I take all the albums off the shelf, I put them on my bed, and then I give up. And so I have to put them back on the shelf when I'm ready for bed. So I put them back on my shelf, and then they just sit there and aren't pretty. But I want pretty albums. I want my albums to look as pretty as other people's albums on their shelf. So here's a stack of ATEEZ plus Soul from P1 Harmony. This stack is a whole bunch of like solo stuff. So like the stack that I just put on my bed 100% fell over, but that's fine because we're literally about to put them back on the shelf. Anyway, so this is a whole bunch of like my solo stuff. This is my baby bear. Here he is again. But like solo stuff and then like EPs of ATEEZ. But this is BTS. This is BTS. But like the rest of it is ATEEZ. Just kidding. Ooh, this is BTS. Oh, hi. Okay. you would think I would dust more. Okay, so this is my ATEEZ light stick. It's the light stick that I took to the ATEEZ concert, and it's the light stick that I broke on my way into the ATEEZ concert. I have the worst luck with light sticks. I don't know why I get them, because I tend to break them. But Tena has a little sticker on the top to keep the top piece from falling off. But then this is, I don't know if you can tell, there's a giant crack on it because as we were walking into the concert, I smacked it up against the wall and it doesn't work. It's fine. At least it was there. At least it was there with me. That was my bad. So yeah, so I feel like I should actually put my Stray Kids light stick in its box because it's just sitting on the shelf, and my luck with light sticks, it's gonna break. Okay. This is like a whole bunch of just like, yeah. So this is BSS, Stray Kids, J-Hope, ATEEZ, BSS, and then my DK Daikon. Don't ask me how much money I paid for this. I was going through stuff a while ago, and I was thinking about how like I have all these magazines, not this. I have all these I have all these magazines. This one was gifted to me. No, not this one. This one was gifted to me. These two I bought just because of the posters inside. And then this one I bought because I was like just getting into 17 and I needed to learn about them. And I thought this would be the easiest way. And it honestly did help. Because it's a 17 fan guide. Jokes on everyone. As soon as DK enlists, I'm out of there. I don't think people understand. Like, I literally only got into 17 because of DK. And he's gonna enlist in the military soon, and I personally am not ready. Anyway, this is a Social Path Stray Kids Super Bowl Japanese version. This is the English version of Beyond the Story, and then this one is the Korean version of Beyond the Story for BTS. And this was a gift. I would never buy this for myself. Okay, we're getting into a lot of the stuff that was like gifted to me. Like, well, okay, this wasn't a gift. This was in my Etsy order. What did I buy off of Etsy? It wasn't even BTS related, but this came with my order, and it's BTS. It's like a photo card thing of BTS, and I was like, okay, I'll keep it. Thanks. Here's my Stray Kids light stick. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's the version 2. It does not have batteries in it because that's a story for another day. But I should really put it in its box so I don't break it. But instead of doing that, I'm going to put it on my bed. Okay, so all this is Stray Kids. When it comes to buying like the digipacks or like the solo versions of albums, I only buy my bias and my wrecker. So yeah, so there's a lot of like Bangchan, Changbin, solo stuff, or like not solo stuff, but like digipack stuff. Yeah, but ask me how many versions of 5 Star I have. I at one point was like, I have every version. I don't. I almost do though, because I am insane. Ugh. I have both versions of No Easy. This was actually the album that got me into Stray Kids in the first place, all the way back in 2021. Thanks. And then these are all 5 Star. This is Rockstar. And then Maxident, Christmas Evil, solos, and like digipacks, and then the 8. Oh yeah, and then these are Social Path Super Bowl Japanese version. I think I have like the most out of everything. I think is Stray Kids, but at the same time, ATEEZ is my alt group, and I'm pretty sure I have actually the most is ATEEZ. Why did that contradicted itself? I'm on a time crunch, guys. I only got an hour. Down here are of groups that I stan, but they're not like my alt groups. So like BTS, Stray Kids, ATEEZ. Flip that. ATEEZ, Stray Kids, BTS. Those are my alt groups. That's why they have their own shelf, or why I usually give them their own shelf when I rearrange my albums, and then everyone else kind of just goes on a shelf together. But I'm running out of room. So, yeah, let's pull them out. Ooh. I do have a TXT album already over on my bed because I had like just bought it. But these are all the TXT albums that I have beside the Sanctuary one that's over there. This is literally, okay, this one I could rant about this all day. I only have one of the Roses album. I lied. I do have their latest one in the vinyl, but this is my only one that I have. This is the album that got me through a really tough time in my life. Childhood, girl. If you guys are struggling, just listen to Childhood by the Rose because it's good. Also, She's in the Rain, but that's not on this album. I love this album, and I really need the Rose to go back on tour, or just come back. Like I said, I could rant about them all day long. I love them so much. I love them so much. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. P1 Harmony. I P1 Harmony is like the group that I kind of like is my most recent, other than Amberson One. So I have their Killing It and Sad Song, and then I have the Soul Sad Song that I already showed you guys. But yeah, I have their Killing It and Sad Song. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, 17. You guys are going to see doubles of things for 17 because I accidentally double bought. Ugh. Ugh. Here. And then the Hoshi and Woozy album that's already over there. Also all the BSS stuff. So like BSS is a subunit of 17, and BSS is kind of like how I got into 17 because I liked BSS before I liked 17. Literally, I fell in love with BSS and DK, and then I was like, and then my friend showed me 17, and I was like, hey, that's DK from BSS. So when I say as soon as DK enlists in the military, I'm out of 17, I'm out of 17 because like DK is literally the only reason why I'm there. Does that make me a little petty and weird? Yeah, but that's fine. 17. I got this as a gift. I would never buy this for myself. I should be grateful, and like I love when people buy me K-pop stuff. Love it. If you I'm like if you want to buy me something K-pop, absolutely go for it. But like, show me what you want to buy me first, and then I'll tell you yes or no. You know what I mean? I feel like that's valid. Um, so this is NCT's golden age. Um, I have beef with NCT. I stopped standing them for like a hot minute, but I'm getting back into standing them. I threw away all of my NCT albums except for this one because of the beef that I have with them. That's a story for another day, though. I can't say with them because they all didn't do it. It was just one. Anyway, I'm getting back into NCT. So like maybe we will be seeing more of their albums. It's a really big maybe. Now you might be wondering, Hannah, what about all the BTS albums? They're gonna stay up there for a hot second. They're gonna stay right there because I'm gonna deal with them later. But yeah, so on this top shelf right here, I'm thinking we're gonna stack ATEEZ and Stray Kids because we're stacking. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is our current situation. Henry is literally laying on some of my albums right now. But yeah, this is our current situation. Peep my phone case over there because it doesn't fit in my tripod when I have my phone case on. Anyway, so this is the albums. Hi, Henry. Okay, yeah, these are all my albums. Let's put them on the shelf. So I had to stop midway through the process because I had to get back to work. Literally only had an hour, and I got a lot farther than I thought I was going to get. So really proud of myself, but we're going to continue, and I'm going to just continue with the time lapse. I'm also going to tilt the camera down a little bit because I feel like you can't see. Try to check. Yeah, you can barely see the other two shelves, like the two lower shelves. So I'm going to tilt the camera down a bit. I'm going to get all of my BTS stuff down here, and then we'll show the final product. My mic died, so I had to get a new mic. But ta-da! You can't see. One second. Ta-da! Once I start collecting Amberson 1, it's going to go with the rose down by 17. But yeah, that's it, guys. I did it. Oh, look at Jahan with his cute face. It's Sangwa. Some point in time, I do intend on putting merch up here. I feel like what would be a really fun video to do is stuff that I have that I would not buy for myself. I don't even know if this works anymore. Oh, she don't work. But it's a lamp. It says BTS Army on it. But yeah, I should. I feel like that'd be a really fun video to do. Stuff that I have that I would not buy for myself, and then stuff that I have and like regret buying. I feel like I could do a lot of different like videos with like albums and like K-pop merch and stuff that I have. But yeah, I now have to work on that side of my wall because putting my Stray Kids light stick back in the box and then putting it on the shelf, I now have an empty space on my wall over there that needs to be filled. And I'll probably put something there like Amberson 1 or something that I got from the tour there. Oh, I could put the light stick. Wait, watch this. Yeah, Amberson 1. This is not their official light stick. This is just the light stick for the tour. Yeah. It's good. But yeah, I could put it where I have my Stray Kids box because my Stray Kids light sticks are there. I'm rambling. We'll cut the video here. Woo, K-pop.